is pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
To return some videotapes. 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 Videotapes.
Welcome back once again, viewers, friends. Lend me your ears. We are back at a Strange Go video on the Acto Violence channel. It is Tuesday, October 28th.
That it is, Edward. That it is.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about these Halloween timelines tonight. That's the big subject tonight, but we'll probably shoot the shit a little bit before that.
Yeah, I think we're discussing talking about the It Welcome to Derry series, but Alec didn't get a chance to watch the first episode yet, so
We're either watching it tonight or tomorrow. Haven't decided yet.
I will say no spoilers right now, but I saw someone like post yesterday about it when they'd seen it, and they're like, "Oh, I shouldn't have watched that before work. It's really messing with my head." And I watched it and I'm like, apparently I've seen a lot more horror than you because I mean, there's some cool effects in there, but nothing that I found like scary or disturbing. So
Right.
I was like, you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, I'd say it's on par with the movies as
For
far
sure.
as gore and some of that kind of stuff. But I liked how they got it off to a good start.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about that later. The other thing I've been into here recently is for the Chucky TV series, they have some blind boxes that they're releasing.
Where are those at? In the horror section at Walmart?
Yeah, I've been seeing them at Walmart. Not all Walmarts.
The
I've seen
Bloody
them at
Disgusting section?
Yeah, kinda. It's over there by that. So where some of it's weird because all the Stranger Things stuff is hitting stores now. And so at the Walmart where they just stocked all the Stranger Things stuff, it's right by where the Bloody Disgusting stuff was. So like it's the Bloody Disgusting stuff still there. It's just kind of in half the shelf space it had up until they, reset the planogram or whatever you want to call it. So I really want to get that Terrifier figure though, the NECA one. That looks good.
Yeah.
And then the new figures they have, those look pretty fun too. So, but the blind box, I guess they're from the Chucky TV series. It's kind of what they're based on. So there's 6 different figures. I've got 2 of them right now. I've actually got a duplicate of the first one I got with the chainsaw. So if you've seen that thing is a brutal looking action figure. Like his face is all chainsawed up into like 6 sections. It's pretty intense.
How much are those?
So I think they're like 23. So they're cheaper than the full set, the full regular NECA version. The full NECA version that I have that one too. I like that because it came with a box that has a cellophane window you can see through and a ton of accessories. These ones don't have as many accessories, but they're still pretty fun figures.
Yeah. I only have I have a Chucky and Tiffany, like the tiny Toonie Terrors or whatever they are.
Yeah, I have that set as well. So I don't know. I never finished the Chucky series. I really need to sit down and just watch that. Finish season 2 and watch the third. It was only 3 seasons, right? They canceled after the third.
Yeah. I recently got them all on Blu-ray because they were like, I don't know if they're still on sale, but they were on sale for like 10, 11, 12 bucks each.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
I
and
got
if
them
you
cheaper than the DVD set that's at Walmart or the Steelbook Blu-ray set that just came out or whatever. So
yeah. I did pick up Black Phone on Blu-ray today just because I like that one enough. I figured I'd get a physical media copy of it. Plus, it had the glow-in-the-dark slipcover at Walmart. So I was like, yeah, what the hell?
yeah, I always get a couple of those each year. This year, I don't think I got any just because I have most of the movies.
Yeah. Well, and for me, they've got the original Halloween on 4K that way. And I'm like, I really need to do that.
You don't need to get that version, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, I was tempted to get it myself. If it was a version worth getting, I would have got it. But it's missing the extra disc that has like the TV cut and shit. That you
Oh,
can get
okay.
with the regular version on Amazon. That's like $26 right now, I want to say.
Okay.
But that's the version you want to get.
Nice.
Because otherwise I would have got that too. I wish it was just the same version, but with that slipcover as like a cool alternate version. But it's just like a cheaper, watered down version of the same release for Walmart.
Okay.
So it's missing the bonus disc that has a bunch of extra shit. And I'm like,
Yeah, and it's still like $26 at Walmart, so it's not like it's a great value or anything for the
Yeah.
the 4K.
Well, I have a bunch of all the 4K these 4K movies in my watch list on Amazon, my wish list or whatever. And then I just I go through it all the time and scroll through and see what prices are changing. And like I was scrolling through because at the beginning of October, Halloween 3 was like $20, and it was like not shipping till the end of October. And I was like, well, fuck that. And then midway through October, it was just like, out of stock. I don't know when it'll be back in. And then I just checked yesterday, and it was $13, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get that because I was expecting my release of. Sorry, I was just distracted. Darwin's playing with a cat toy, and I was making sure it was just the actual cat toy, and not something like a.
Not anything collectible or valuable to you?
What the fuck is that, Darwin? What the hell is that? Piece of fabric or something, but it looks like almost like a rat or something. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. You don't want a
Bro.
rat in the house.
Well, that's the thing was if you get cats toys that look like mice, you're like, wait a minute, can't look too realistic here.
Yeah, no, it's a good time for physical media, but if you're buying it, you really just got to be selective and like pay attention to what you're getting. Like that was a good call on the Halloween 4K.
Yeah, I don't know what you've been hearing either, but the people who put that out are Scream Factory, Shout, who were recently acquired by another company, and have said that they are going to. Well, there's basically rumors that they're not going to do physical media anymore at a certain point at all. They're just going to be like they just canceled their Physical Media Forever Club, which is ironic as hell, and it only lasted about a year.
So someone's going to pick up that niche market. So basically what you're saying is somebody bought this brand to shut this brand down.
Well,
because
Shout, they don't consider physical media their main existence. They do consider film scans and shit their main existence, but they don't consider physical media of it per se. Apparently. At least that's what they're saying now. But there's lots of things saying like, oh, they might just be going down away entirely. There might be very limited physical media. They might just shut down Scream Factory but continue Shout. There's lots of speculation.
Yeah. Which some of that stuff is silly. It's like I wouldn't say there's an amazing market for physical media, but there's enough of a market that you can keep doing boutique releases. Right?
For sure.
I mean, even Walmart has a decent selection. And then you'd mentioned Borders having a good selection. So the other day I went and took the youngest to
Barnes and Noble is what I was mentioning.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Borders around here too, or
no? Borders all went out of business.
Does that exist still?
That's so old school for me, man.
Yeah, I was at Circuit City the other day.
No, we went to Barnes and Noble before I went to the movie the other day, and I was looking at their selection. Like they have a decent selection. It's not amazing, but if you're
Which one did you go in?
119th and Knoll.
Really? Because I find that one has an incredible selection. You just have to dig through stuff and know where to look. But also, it's just their prices are at fucking whack. So you have to only shop during sales. Like, their most recent one was Kino Lorber, and it's basically just 50% off everything that Kino Lorber's released.
Yeah, and some of the things like have a sticker on there saying like 40% off, but then like the list price shows it like $60, and I'm like, well, I don't like fake sales like that. To me, that just fucking drives me crazy.
Me too. Believe me. But it's worth it when you can get a $25 4K Criterion Collection release.
Yes, but that should just be your fucking everyday price. You're going to sell a lot and move a lot more if you can do that.
Well, I bought, for example, Fire Walk With Me was new on Amazon for $40, I think. But it normally goes for $50. But on Amazon, they do those sales randomly. Like, I'll be looking at the 4K sales, and I bought Lost Highway and Mulholland Drive for $25 as well, but it wasn't through Barnes and Noble. But Barnes and Noble always carries those 4Ks, and they're $50 unless the Criterion sale's going on, which is like once a year for like a month. And then most of that stuff will sell out in stores, obviously, because the nerds roll out in droves.
Well, and even people that are physical media collectors but don't follow the news on it, that just buy a lot of video discs still, you know, like there's a lot of people like that, and they just buy random stuff.
Well, see, what I like about, they also carry Arrow video releases there.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can't go to Walmart and find Arrow video. You're not going to find overwhelmingly most of the horror stuff that you're going to find at Barnes & Noble there. They're
Okay.
going to carry... I've never seen Terror Vision at Barnes & Noble, but I have seen Terror Vision at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a really small company. They're releasing some fucking obscure as hell shit. Like, granted, Monster Squad VHS, I don't think they did any other version of Monster Squad because they couldn't get the rights to. I'm sure.
They already did a 4K release of Monster Squad, so
Somebody
like I've
else
already
did,
got
yeah.
that. And that one, like they weren't going to top it because that one already includes both documentaries. So that's the unfortunate part to that. But they did do the soundtracks on vinyl and audio cassette.
Yeah.
I don't think they did the CD. So I hunted down a CD of the Monster Squad soundtrack, and the one I got was like limited to 5,000 copies. And you know, that's mostly just because I love a couple of the songs on there, and the score is pretty good too. So
Yeah. Do you have any Arrow video releases?
I don't think so. What's
Hold on, let me
name
grab
some
a
recent?
couple off the shelf here. I don't have very many, but so I think this would be like the label for you in terms of what types of movies they release, because I want to get a lot of stuff that they release. For example,
Okay.
Donnie Darko,
Okay.
and it
Yeah.
comes with both versions.
Theatrical cut and director's cut.
Mm-hmm. The initial
Okay.
release had some disc issues, but if you buy it now, it does not have those issues. Fucking just a crazy amount of. They did Tremors and Tremors 2. I just have Tremors though. Looks
Okay.
fucking
Yeah.
great. Like those types of movies. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. This is one that just has a slip cover, but then they always put the reversible artwork under there. So it has this, but then it's this on the reverse on the inside there.
Oh, okay.
That's really good. And most of them come with little booklets and stuff.
Yeah.
And those are just the standard releases. And then this is like what their big thickums look like. So I got the big bad boy on this one.
Okay.
And it's more similar to like how TerraVision does theirs too. It has this. It's a really nice little box. you know?
Okay.
And then on
Yeah,
the
that-
NC slides out of there. You get a double-sided poster with the new artwork. Well, the original poster, which I'm going to frame
Okay.
this at some point just because I love it, but then the new artwork on the other side.
Yeah. New artwork for old movies is so interesting because, like, sometimes it's really cool, and then sometimes it's like, oh Lord.
That's the whole booklet, but this one's like thick as hell too. Like,
Okay. Nice.
and then obviously just the standard release or would-be standard release of the movie with postcards and another little booklet in there. So
Yeah. Yeah. So you're talking about adding stuff to your cart on Amazon, and like I always have stuff in my cart saved for later or on shopping list, just so like anytime they do a deal, like that's the first place I go. Like on Prime Day, everyone's like, "How do you shop Prime Day?" I'm like, "There's so much shit I don't care about on Prime Day. What I do is go to my shopping cart or my lists."
yeah, I don't have I don't do the shopping cart, but I have one wish list and I just put all everything that I want in there pretty much.
I mean, usually if I see something I want to keep track of it, I'll add it to my cart and then I'll just hit the save for later button. So like right now I've got Bubba Hotep. They just got the 4K release for that available and it's half off. So it's only $20. And that's the movie I've wanted to watch this month. And so that's something I'm going to pull the trigger on here.
So the reason I bought Halloween 3 on 4K was because, as Amazon loves to do,
Mm-hmm.
the day before Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island on the new Blu-ray was supposed to arrive, they pushed it
Yeah,
to
they
this
delayed that
Saturday.
shit.
And I'm like, okay, Saturday, literally the day after Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fucking great. That helps me. So I ordered Halloween 3 because I had set aside the money. I do have Anaconda coming in December and that Ninja Turtles box set. Be similar to that Deep Blue Sea one.
The only thing I have pre-ordered right now is American Psycho.
See, I haven't even pre-ordered that yet, but I'm going to.
Yeah, hang on. Let me grab a couple of discs.
So I'm looking at my Amazon wish list just for physical media right now. There's a bunch of other junk on there, but Scream 6, the Blu-ray is on there. It's only $15 right now. In a Violent Nature, the Blu-ray for that is only $10 right now, which is, I don't need that movie on 4K, you know.
It goes back to that list of like what's got the best features, what's the best value, and like what actually needs the 4K quality. So
like this, because Shout is potentially going out of business, I'm going to be trying to buy up stuff like this. The Critters Blu-ray collection. $22 on Amazon right now for all 4 Critters movies. And it's like a nice little shelled box like that, and it's $20, dude.
Yeah, so the Halloween 3 version I got is this one. Mostly because this cover art is fucking choice. Like the Steelbook cover art, I don't care for. It's got half the skeleton face on it, and it's got...
I almost never care for the Steelbook artworks. There's a few, like the Terrifier ones I have are really good because they're just like the good poster artwork.
Yeah, and so this one's the 2-disc set, right? So
that's what
disc
my
one
looks like. It just doesn't have the slip.
Yeah, so disc 2 is the Blu-ray that has all the extra.
Yeah, the disc 1
TV
has like
spots,
the
radio
commentaries
spots
on there, but
yeah,
that's
it
about
does.
I think.
Yeah. So that's a nice set. That's some of my favorite artwork of a more modern release.
So
I gotta say though.
Here's a release. The George A. Romero special edition 4-disc set with all 3 cuts. It's a second sight release. That's another label. 4K UHD plus Blu-ray. But it's like a whole fucking Dawn of the Dead set, you know? I'd love to get that.
Oh shit. Yeah,
like
I need to get that.
$60.
Yeah, because I love Dawn of the Dead.
Christine is $18 4K right now.
Yeah, I just picked that up. That's actually right here. So it's got deleted scenes, commentary with John Carpenter and Keith Gordon, Ignition, Christine, Fast and Furious, and then Finish Line. So there's some decent stuff on there.
Lisa Frankenstein, the Blu-ray's only $10 right now. That'd be a good one to pick up.
Yeah, that's actually a good deal.
I was saying In a Violent Nature was $10 earlier too. Afterlife on 4K is $20. Frozen Empire 27. That's not a great deal or anything, but
no. And then the WNUF, is this the version you got, or did you get the other one?
No, that's the 2-pack, right?
Yeah.
No, I'll show you the versions I have.
You have the individuals, right? Yeah, because I picked this up at Walmart, and you ordered those directly from TerraVision. So while Alec is out of here grabbing stuff, here's the Black Phone set. So this one has some deleted scenes and some extra stuff. I still have not seen Black Phone 2 yet. It's on my to-view list, but I just haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. But
yeah,
I did see the Black Phone, the mask, at Walmart the other day. I should have snagged it because it was a pretty good-looking mask.
Like that mask is going crazy on the internet because of the price and everything for it. So yeah, if anything,
as cheap as it was, yeah, it looks good too. I saw the phone booth popcorn thing they had at AMC the other day. I went and So we were supposed to go camping last weekend, but it was like raining everywhere, or it was raining where we were supposed to go camping at. And we're like, well, let's not go be miserable for 3 days. So we did a staycation, but we took the youngest to see Gabby's Dollhouse in the movie theater. She really likes that kid show, so we took her. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
She had a blast. Nothing like taking the kids to the movie and having them enjoy it. So
So while
got
we're
to
just
get that.
chatting physical media here,
Yeah.
I just grabbed a couple off the shelf because my WNUFs are actually in the living room right now.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if you have this yet, but The Thing on 4K. You should pick it up because it's always going for less than $20.
Yeah, I've got that one. Which
Very
is funny
solid.
because Amazon shows it for me. It's like, buy again. Like, why would I need to buy this again?
Buy it again, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
It's
that
worth
was-
it. Buy it again. Actually,
that
I
was
do
one
want
of
to
the
pick up the Shout. I think Scream Factory did do a. Was it them? I think it was them. They did a Blu-ray release of this as well before 4K. That I think has
Okay.
special features that aren't on this.
Nice. Yeah, it's crazy. If you go back to some of these movies, like, generally speaking, they're decent. If it's the main distributor doing like a release, they're usually been pretty good about carrying over the extras from like DVDs. But at the same time, there's plenty of movies out there that have DVD stuff that didn't follow to the other versions. Or if you get the Walmart version or the bare bones version where it's a $10 Blu-ray, it may not have many of the extras on there. So
Yeah, there's weird stuff like that Final Destination 3. I don't think that feature carried over on other stuff.
yeah.
This is just a cool edition of this, but The Ring on 4K. And this is the
Oh,
slip
yeah.
cover. It looks like a VHS, but I love
VHS,
the
yeah.
actual texture on it, and everything.
Did you ever get the Lost Boys on 4K?
I did.
Which
I don't
one
love
did you
the
get?
cover art for that. I just got the standard edition. Like, it doesn't have
Okay.
the steelbook or anything. The movie scan looks fucking fantastic on that, though. It's also one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And then this one, hey, this is a Scream Factory as well. What do you know? But it's dented. Look at the fucking back of this thing. Probably can't even tell very well. It's dented in there, though. Pisses me off. Drag Me to Hell. This is... I have very mixed feelings on the actual artwork for this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can see it right now.
Yeah, I can see it now. Okay.
Like, the 4K scan, I think, looks great, but this itself is... you know what I mean? It spoils the ending of the movie. It's a little fucked.
Yeah, that kind of stuff does suck for sure. But yeah, I've got that version of the 4K for The Thing. I mean, that's an essential movie. That's one of the best remakes ever made.
Yeah.
And then the Monster Squad version I have is here. And that's just the slip cover, but I like the slip cover. But the cool thing about this one is it's got the Wolfman's Got Nards, the 2018 documentary, and the Monster Squad Forever documentary. And then it's got an archival piece with Tom Noonan on the Conversation with Frankenstein, deleted scenes and still gallery. So there's plenty of good stuff on this one for this movie if you enjoyed it.
You're still looking for Rumpelstiltskin, aren't you?
All right, so let me tell you a pity party story for myself. I saw a DVD copy at Walmart the other day.
It wasn't DVD. Unless it
It was
specifically said it on the sticker. Like the actual thing, because they don't have
It was
a
a-
DVD version.
Oh, really? The Walmart version isn't? Okay, it was a DVD size case.
Was it? Are you sure?
Yeah,
I don't know.
pretty fucking sure. I don't know. I'd have
Because
to double check.
The thing is, I was looking at it last time I saw it, and there is nothing that indicates that it is a 4K.
Oh, at Walmart? Okay.
Yeah, I was looking, and I was like, I'm not even sure. I know it's either Blu-ray or 4K, but speaking instinctively, I think it's a 4K with the Blu-ray disc. I think it's a 2-disc set. I think
Okay.
it's just a regular, even more standard version of what I have.
Interesting. Well, this is the Lost Boys set I got. So this is the import. And I like that artwork enough. It's like not perfect. It's not amazing, but it's got some good stuff with it. I think this one was a steelbook. The steelbook cover on this is pretty nice.
Yeah.
And the back of it looks pretty good too. It's got the noodles on there, and then it's got
I don't love it. It's not bad, but yeah, I don't.
it got the little book, and then
most new artwork I don't really love. I like the Rumpelstiltskin one on this set. You know.
yeah, and see that's a different cover than what's on at the Walmart. The Walmart's got the old school looking cover.
Well, see, then this is what the actual release looks like in that box, because that's just a big old hard shell box that also has a booklet and all that stuff in there. And then when you take that off, it's just this.
Yeah, that's the cover I saw at Walmart. Was that basic cover?
But it's a slip over that, and inside it's a clear case, so it's different. But I think it's the same 2 discs on the inside is all.
Interesting, because when I looked at it, I was 95% sure that it was a DVD because I had another movie stacked with it, and like the proportion seemed off. Like maybe I'm losing my mind on that, but I put it down because I like, well, if it's not the high quality version of it, I'm like, I'm not gonna, spend that. And then I was kind of having regrets, and I walked back by the aisle, and someone else snagged the only one that was there.
Oh fucking hell!
While I was at the store, because there were several people looking, so I was like, fuck. So kicked myself for that one, but there's ways to get it if I need it.
Yeah, my proudest moment was when Mark Jones, who directed that, commented on my YouTube video about the original DVD.
Yeah.
Solid.
Pretty cool stuff. Do you want to switch over and talk Halloween timeline?
Yeah, let's do it. We've got a couple. There's what? How many Halloween timelines? Let's count them. OG timeline. Halloween 1978. Halloween 2. Halloween 4. 5. And 6.
Yep.
Timeline 2. Halloween 3. Timeline 3. Halloween 78. H2O. Resurrection. Timeline 4, the shitty Rob Zombie movies. Timeline 5, Halloween 78, 2018, Kills and Ends.
Yeah.
5 timelines. Which one is the best? I guess we could sort of figure this out and rank them.
See, that's the crazy thing. I mean, I can't even say that I've seen both of the Rob Zombie movies. So those are going to go to last place for me. And it's not that I don't. I mean, I appreciate some of what Rob Zombie's done. I just didn't feel like we needed a complete outright reboot of that. Like, look, Rob Zombie's done some cool shit, but it takes a pompous, arrogant motherfucker to think that I can be John Carpenter. The fuck you can. No. No, you can't. No, you can't. And everyone really likes that because he just likes to be violent and gory. It's just like,
yeah, you could say that about every director who wasn't John Carpenter who directed a Halloween movie, though, which were a lot.
No one tried to remake the original besides Rob Zombie, though. And
but they did erase the timeline and were like, mine's the true Halloween timeline. Like, they did that like 5 times.
Yeah, well, including Rob Zombie's. So, yeah, it's fascinating.
No, Chris says, you owe Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 an apology. So much better than Halloween Ends. See, I can't even dignify Halloween 2 with a video on it. I wouldn't even want to waste my breath talking about it long enough to produce a video on it. Rob Zombie, I love as a musician. I do not like a single one of his movies. I don't care for them. I don't think they're bad, and I don't think people who like them are dumb or anything. And you can like Halloween 2 all you want. There's a couple fans of it out there. Most people think it's whack. Even the people who like the first Rob Zombie Halloween, which I also think is whack.
Yeah, I mean, it's to each their own. It's Halloween is a choose your own adventure, much like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is, right? There's plenty of these franchises now that pick your story. What do you like?
Yeah.
Now, for me, I'm of a certain age that while I did appreciate the sequel trilogy timeline, wasn't necessarily my favorite.
Which one?
I The sequel trilogy,
I don't. Oh, okay.
18, yeah, the most recent ones. But I grew up in the timeline of Halloween H2O and Resurrection. Like both of those were movies I saw in the theater when they came out. And it got to a point where okay, Jamie Lee Curtis is back for H2O, and it was kind of an interesting concept there. So, I enjoyed those. I wouldn't say they're my favorite by any means, but I like that timeline probably more so than the average person. And to me, that's just the nostalgia for me, though, right? I saw those in theaters. I have good memories of them. Doesn't make them the best movies.
I have lots of thoughts on those. I'm going to start with my thoughts in order, though, so I'm not going to respond
All right.
yet. Halloween 1978, obviously classic, no matter what timeline you consider it a part of. Halloween 2. Halloween 2 is the Jaws 2 of Halloween movies, where it is hardly different. The tone is hardly different. And it's kind of just watered down, more of the same thing. Little bit more different in Halloween 2's case, but not much, Just the setting is slightly different, I guess. Halloween 4, I like a decent amount. There's things I don't like about it, but that one's pretty fucking aesthetic and vibes. Halloween 5 is probably one that I've seen the least. I want to say.
Okay.
To be honest. Next to the Rob Zombie ones. And then you have Halloween 6, which is The Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah, that should be it. Yep.
With Paul Rudd. And that's the one with the weird alternate cut. And see, I like it for its goopiness, but I don't like. I don't think, holy shit, this is a great and underrated movie. But I do like that one. But it's mainly just because it's such a mid-90s horror movie, and it's before the Scream revolution of these movies, where they decided, fuck it, we're erasing this movie. But it's like, this movie was released in 1995. H2O was in 98. 3 years apart, and they were like, fuck that storyline.
Yeah, no, it's fascinating that they decided to like retcon that, because I think they just felt like it was.
Listen, it was pretty weird. A whole fucking cult where they're Michael's like trying to impregnate like sisters. There's this fucking like just the whole cult, the whole Thorn cult thing, man, in general is a little fucking weird and bizarre. So I get it, but I'm not one of those people who's like a Michael Myers purist. I don't love Michael Myers like some people do. And that's evident in that Halloween 3 is my favorite Halloween movie.
Yeah, and I think with The Curse of Michael Myers being as strange as it was, right? Because 1989 was Halloween 5, and then there's this big jump to 6, right? And so you've got basically a 6-year window here between movies, which kind of convolutes things, like, and I don't know, I just felt like those movies, they all have their moments. Some of them are fun. They're very cheesy the later they get, right? 4, 5, and 6 are all very cheesy in my opinion. Just because, like, you just know what to expect, right? They're not breaking any new ground there for anything, which, I mean, you could say that about most horror franchises, I suppose. But then the fact that they rebooted so fast was, I think that after 6, they were just like, what the fuck do we do now? And, I think they wanted some like big names in there because
Well, they
obviously
also
Paul
wanted
Rudd.
to bring Jamie Lee Curtis back. I think that's the only reason why they retconned the last 3 movies is so they could do that because
Mhm.
she died off screen between 2 and 4.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean that's 95% of it, right? Where they realize like, okay, what do you do with this? Because is Michael Myers a villain you care about if he's not after Laurie?
We'll see. That's the thing we'll get to when I get to the David Gordon Green trilogy. But
Okay.
so that original timeline, if you will, it's not
Mhm.
bad. It's a fun little time. That's the timeline like that kind of fits in with watching these movies like you would watch the original Friday the 13th or the original Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the original Halloween movies right there.
Mhm.
And then you get your next timeline, which is Halloween 3, which we're both big fans of. It's just a standalone movie, though. I would love to see them do like just a TV series, though, just called Halloween Season of the Witch. Give it to me.
Yeah, I mean, the whole concept of Halloween 3 was that they're going to do an anthology, like a 3-part anthology, different Halloween movies about just horror movies around Halloween itself.
Mm.
Well, when they did Halloween 2, they basically eliminated the success chances of that because they're like, well, we got Michael Myers for 2 movies in a row, and now we don't. So, I mean, had they just called that movie Season of the Witch,
I mean, everybody brings that point up, but like, I
You know.
genuinely, I'm over that point too. I don't care what it's called. Call it fucking Friday the 13th Part 5 Nightmare on Elm Street. For all
Yeah.
I give a fuck. It's still a great movie.
well, to me, it's fascinating because you go to some ancient history there, right? You go to really when you're looking at Samhain and like old school, like folklore is basically what that's founded on, but they modernized it. So that's a fascinating concept. I wish they would do something else with that.
Yeah. That movie has a particular like X-Files kind of sci-fi twist vibe to it too, which I really like. So
And it's one of the few movies that like the ending is just fucking horrifying.
oh, yeah,
Much
I
like
love it.
real life. Much like
More-
real life. Like
More people die in that Halloween movie than any other movie.
mhm. Yep. And that's
Children.
that's the crazy thing about that movie is that it doesn't provide you a happy ending. It just leaves you like, what the fuck? And to me, that's what makes it really phenomenal.
Yeah. Chris says, I enjoy Resurrection. It's not conventionally good or anything, but it has entertainment value, sort of ahead of its time with the whole wave of streaming content we're living in now. Yeah, I can definitely see that argument. And last time I watched that, I definitely thought it was a pile of shit. But I have to rewatch it in the context of like it's the other 2 movies. Basically, watch Halloween, Halloween H2O, because Halloween H2O is the first Halloween movie I ever saw. And
Oh,
the
okay.
whole ice skate shoved in the face was burned into my skull.
That's a pretty fucking epic kill, though, in that movie, though, really, when you think about it.
It's an off-screen kill, but like those are the reveals that some of the older horror movies relied on, was off-screen kills, and then the reveal of just the dead body that's kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was what's his face? What's that actor's name?
I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Third Rock from the Sun and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
500 Days of Summer. He's in some other movies. Anyway, that was the first Halloween movie I saw. It was just on TV, and my mom was watching it, or maybe she rented it, or somebody rented it. It was Halloween time. I have no idea, and I was just kind of like sneakily watching it and not watching the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like when you're like,
Yeah.
this is fucked up. I can't see this whole thing. But you walk in the room and you're like playing with an action figure or something, and you're like watching, and you're like fucking try and pay attention, but not at the same time to distract your brain.
Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. Yeah, that's good stuff.
JGL. See, I don't know why my brain
Yep.
couldn't think of that.
Yeah. You forget, though. It's crazy seeing some of these people that started out like as child actors or in some of these younger roles, and you see them now and you don't even like automatically go to those younger roles because they changed enough that you're just like, oh shit.
Well, that's the thing. So horror movies made from like 1996 to 2004 or so feel extremely nostalgic for me, and like that's my period of time where like if I watch a horror movie in there, it just feels comforting. So Halloween H2O is that way for me. Like it's like, oh, this is my childhood Halloween.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I mean, H2O is the first one I saw in theaters, like it was one of those movies that I went back and watched the original before we saw that because it was coming out. And the 90s, the mid to late, I would say 95 to 2004, 2005, that era of horror is fascinating because it was really this point in time of like, there's a lot of rated R horror movies there, but a lot of people wanted to tone it down to PG-13 to get like that wide audience in there for the box office dollar. So, we used to just fucking sneak into the R-rated movies. I mean, it was that easy.
Yeah. That's what
You
I
know?
did.
Yeah, I mean, who didn't, right? So,
I just bought
I mean,
tickets
shit.
to something else.
Pretty sure that's how we saw H2Os. We bought tickets to something else and went down and sat down and watched it, and we were good to go.
I saw the Texas Chainsaw remake at like 12 years old that way. The
Yeah.
Resident Evil movie.
The only movie I think that we ever got kicked out of trying to see was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and that was super controversial at the time because of all the fucking drug usage and everything else that like the theaters were really like on point with trying to prevent us from seeing it. So
Let me see. I have to look up the only time I was kicked out of a movie because I don't remember the movie that we were kicked out of, but I remember the movie we watched.
they didn't kick us out. They just made us go in our theater. They said, you got to either leave or go watch the movie you paid for. Okay, so we wouldn't
Well,
watch
that's
the
the
movie
thing
we
is
paid
we
for.
were- That's what happened. That's what happened to us. But I'm saying I remember the movie we paid for, but I don't remember the movie that we watched or were
Oh,
trying
okay.
to sneak into. But let me see here.
Yeah.
I'm looking at movies of 2005. I was 14 apparently during this time.
Okay.
We ended up watching the movie Man of the House, which is not the Jonathan Taylor Thomas Chevy Chase movie.
That's pretty good, though. I do enjoy that movie.
Same, but this one stars Tommy Lee Jones as a lonesome Texas Ranger who goes undercover as an assistant coach to protect a group of college cheerleaders who witnessed a murder. It is a horrible abomination of a movie, believe me. Should never be
Yeah.
seen by the eyes of man. But we must have
That's
been
crazy.
trying to sneak into...
You got to go find out what else came out on that release date then or around it.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, what the fuck were we trying to see? Let's see. Cursed, a Wes Craven movie. Huh. Directed by Wes Craven, written by Kevin Williamson. Stars Christina Ricci and Jesse Eisenberg. And it's a werewolf movie? How come I haven't
Yeah.
seen this? Shannon Elizabeth?
What? We're going to have to watch that.
Nick Offerman?
Oh,
And
shit.
the band
Damn.
Bowling for Soup. What the fuck? Maybe it was Constantine.
Oh, okay. That would make sense. Yeah.
Because I remember it was with Nathan, and Nathan was probably trying to get me to watch Constantine, because I remember he talked about it, and I never saw that movie.
Oh, okay.
So it was probably that, because I'm not seeing anything else. Boogeyman came out that month, but that was much earlier in the month. I don't really call giving a shit about that either.
Yeah.
Or maybe, let's see what came out in the first couple of weeks of March. Yeah, nothing good. Nothing that I gave a shit about. The Ring 2. Nope, no clue.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
You
But,
got to love that nostalgic stuff, man. Feels good.
But Halloween, after Halloween 3, you have that timeline with Resurrection, which, again, I don't really give too much of a shit about. I need to revisit it to see if I actually care and give it a full watch and evaluation. But, yeah, I have mixed feelings on it. Not great feelings to begin with, though. And then we have the David Gordon, well, we have the Rob Zombie ones, which we kind of already talked about, so. But the David Gordon Green ones, the 2018, which I also love. I think 2018 is really solid. It's a fun one.
It's good. I think
I like the characters. in it.
the fact that there's like this deranged old person like dealing with trauma from that, to me just feels very authentic to what would really happen to that.
Yeah.
Because like that would fucking drive you a little bit crazy, and everyone would be like, "Holy shit, this person's a lunatic."
Yoshi.
I'd say the weakest of the modern trilogy is Halloween Kills.
Absolutely would agree, but it does have great fucking kills.
Yes. And the sets, I really like the sets in that too. There's some really good visuals in there, but when you look at that whole trilogy, that's the weakest of them.
Well, it's so funny because with this series that they did, they really did replicate the first 3 original Halloween movies.
Mm-hmm.
The first
Yeah.
movie, Halloween Night, Michael Myers, classic Halloween movie. The
Yeah.
second one takes place the same night. It's how Halloween 2 is to the first one. It's Laurie at the hospital later that night, and the shit continues. That's why you can cut those into one
Mhm.
movie. Halloween Kills is the same way, and then Halloween 3 takes a hard left fucking turn into
Yeah.
fucking some weird shit that I love. Same with Halloween Ends. Now, it's not as hard of a shift because Michael Myers is still in it, but can you imagine if they had released Halloween Ends and it was just like not even a Michael Myers movie? That'd have been fucking hilarious. People would
I
have
mean, you
rioted,
almost,
be able to burn down the studio.
if they'd done that again just to troll people, that would have been fucking epic had they just remade Halloween 3. Just to fucking troll people
Or
for the
yeah,
third
just
one.
do a sequel to the original there.
Oh,
That'd
fuck.
have been
Yeah, that'd be
sick.
cool. I love it. Yeah, that Halloween Ends has Michael Myers, but it also has the vibes of Friday the 13th. And which one is that where it's not actually Jason Voorhees? Is that 5?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it kind of has those same vibes as well, which,
And it has Christine vibes and just like different vibes in general. There's like a dark romance vibe, obviously, in there.
mhm,
That's sort of like, I don't know. It's almost like true romancy.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I would compare it to. It's like True Romance meets Christine meets Halloween.
Mhm.
But, you know, I'm not saying it's a masterpiece because what they did with the trilogy, I understand why people are disappointed, but I did do a whole video on why it deserves an apology recently, and that's what Chris
Yeah.
was referencing earlier.
For sure. Yeah, no, you can definitely go check that out if you want to see Alex in-depth thoughts and video on that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I would say one thing that's very fascinating here is John Carpenter scoring these movies.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about those because the original is great in its own right,
Yes.
but Halloween 2 is underrated
The
because
score
it's
to that,
rearrangements of the original
yes.
themes with more synthesizers.
It's like the remix of the first one, and that doesn't get enough credit because a remix wasn't even really a thing at that point in time, really, in the music world. Like, it wasn't far off, it wasn't far-fetched, but to be doing that in a way that,
Well, like Friday the 13th Part 3, the theme for that, the 3D disco theme, like that fucking thing
Mhm.
rules. And a lot of people hate it and think it's goofy. I love it. It's like the best music that's ever in any Friday the 13th movie.
mhm.
I also like the Alice Cooper song.
I gotta say, I love the Halloween 3 score too, and it's so good. Like, John Carpenter carries over there too, right? And
Yeah.
he totally understood the assignment there because if you understand his work and his synth sounds, you understand the connection there to the Halloween franchise, and that was him.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So who did some of the other movies? Like, I've never really, I guess, even thought about those ones so much.
Let's take a peek. See Halloween, because I'm sure I know some of them.
Yeah.
Halloween 2 was directed by Rick Rosenthal, who also came
Mhm.
back and returned for Halloween Resurrection. which is fascinating.
Nice.
He also directed Bad Boys. And
Yeah, he's a respectable director.
okay, he's directed a couple things on a lot of TV shows.
Mhm.
Season 3 of The Witch is obviously Tommy Lee Wallace, who directed the It miniseries, Fright Night Part 2. He
Yeah.
edited the original Halloween and The Fog. He's like a king of horror. We love that guy. I do a lot. Anyway, Halloween 4 is Dwight H. Little, who, let's see, also directed Free Willy 2
Nice.
and a bunch of TV shows. Halloween 5 was directed by Dominic Othen Gerard, who, wow, they don't even have much to say about his directing stuff. I've never heard of anything else he's directed. Joe Chappelle directed Halloween 6. He directed a bunch of episodes of The Wire, which is pretty critically acclaimed, although I've never watched it.
Okay.
Steve Miner did H2O, and I know that name. What else did he do? He did some... Yes, he did Friday the 13th, Part 2 and 3. And Lake Placid, the 2008 Day of the Dead, Warlock. Oh, he did House, 1985.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's a good one too.
Produced by Sean S. Cunningham.
So the interesting thing here, so it looks like Alan Howarth took over for scoring on 4 and 5. Let me check out 6 here. Yep. And he started on Halloween 2. Halloween 2 says the music was by John Carpenter and Alan Howarth. Halloween 3 was all John Carpenter, though. I don't think anyone else contributed there.
H2O credits John Ottman as its sole composer, but it says in reality most of the soundtrack was provided by Scream composer Marco Beltrame.
Interesting. Yeah, so even Halloween 3 shows John Carpenter and Alan Howarth for the score. Does the first one include that? Let me go back to it. No, the first one was solely John Carpenter. Interesting. And then H2O. Yeah.
Here's something really funny. Let's talk about the Rotten Tomato scores for all these movies.
Oh, shit. That's got to be entertaining. Okay,
Halloween,
yeah, go for it.
1978, 97%. No argument there.
Yeah.
Halloween 2, 34%.
Interesting. I wonder why the drop-off is so bad there.
Because it's the same fucking movie again. It's the same reason why no one talks about Jaws being Jaws 2 being one of the greatest movies of all time. It's not enough going. It's like, okay, story's continued, I guess, but...
That's much like Ghostbusters 2, in a way.
Yeah.
Besides the
I love
fanatics.
Ghostbusters 2, for sure. But...
I do. The average person does not.
Nope.
And there's people that have the nostalgic tie to that being a better movie for it. I'm like, could you imagine being of the age to be like, oh, Jaws 2 is better than Jaws?
Where do you think the critics ranked Halloween 3? How many movies do you think are above it? Out of the, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I don't know. Probably somewhere in the middle, I guess. Maybe 7.
Halloween 1978 has a 97.
Okay.
The next highest percentage is Halloween 2018 with a 79% positive reviews.
Okay.
Next up is Halloween H2O with a 56%.
Interesting.
Next up is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch with a 49%. It has the 4th highest, most positive reviews, according to critics' rankings.
Yeah,
and
that's
yet
fair.
It's one of the most disliked Halloween movies among Halloween fans, or at least it culturally was until the last 15 years or so. Which is just interesting to me. Halloween 4 is at 39, Halloween 5, 11, Halloween 6 is 8%. Resurrections
Interesting.
10%. Rob Zombies is 28, and then Rob Zombies 2 is 25. Kills 39 and ends 40.
Nice. That's some of that's pretty fucking bleak, man.
That's what I'm saying. People will be like, Halloween Ends ruins the movies, and I'm like, what? Bro, in a world where movies like Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie and like Halloween Resurrection and The Curse of Michael Myers exist, like Halloween Ends ruined nothing. It could have been literally a steaming pile of shit, and it would have ruined nothing. Just because. Come on.
Yeah, I feel like nostalgia fucks with people's minds so much with some of this stuff. I feel like,
I mean,
because a lot of these movies are
for
bad.
sure, but yeah, I don't know. And theirs in a different way, for sure.
Yeah, but some people get like angry about it. I'm like, it's just different. Like if you were a younger person seeing this, you'd feel drastically different towards it. Like part of us is like we saw a lot of this stuff in our youth, and then we're so desensitized to horror and shit like that that nothing fucking scares us anymore. So you have that element going for you. So everything is a harder judgment, right? We've watched a lot more movies since we watched these when we were growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So the bar is set higher, and
you're hopefully more intelligent than you were back then too.
Yeah, you've got a better critical eye to this thing, and if you're a true movie fan, and I say that in the sense that like you see movies for what they are, because obviously sequels are a whole. We love them, but yet we despise them, right? Some sequels are amazing, some are terrible, and some are just ups and downs.
Yeah.
And it's what keeps us going back. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Lions Lay Sleeping says, "Hey dudes, just finished my Halloween 4K collection. Hot take, half the series is kind of bad, but fun and nostalgic." Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying earlier. Like, there's lots of shitty movies in this series, but they're nostalgic and fun, and even Curse of Michael Myers, some people love that movie, and I like to watch that movie. But, like,
yeah,
I don't even really like to watch 5. So it's like, a lot of people would call me crazy for that.
Well, and it's so convoluted now because so many of these movies have such different timelines, and it's pretty common for a lot of horror franchises to do.
Well, it's the thing. It's like someone like our mom, who saw the original 1978 in theaters, I'm sure, or at least shortly after. She's always been a big. She doesn't call herself a horror movie fan, but like, bro, you walk into the room and she's watching fucking Alien, Terminator. I've caught her watching I Know What You Did Last Summer, and telling me about how she likes the Typo Negative song in there. She loves that shit. She eats it up. And
she'll watch any of the mainstream horror that comes out. She's not going to go out of her way for obscure horror, I'll tell you that. But for sure.
So like I've had discussions with her about H2O, but she doesn't she's not going to know all the timelines and stuff.
Yeah.
She'll see 2018 and just be not very connected to it and be like, "Oh, I guess Jamie Lee Curtis is still alive after dying like 2 or 3 times in the series." I don't know. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? She's not going to think about it and give a fuck.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, and some of these are just, some of them are good, some of them are bad, and some of them just fucking land anywhere in the middle, man.
That's how it's Halloween in terms of how high the ups are and how low the lows are. I consider it very comparable to Texas Chainsaw because, man, that first one is like a fucking godsend of a movie. And then you have some of the worst fucking movies ever made. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean? Like, just fucking trash.
Oh, for sure.
And I think Nightmare on Elm Street doesn't have that. There's some arguably bad Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but those are mostly in the context of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. They aren't inherently just like shit. And I think Scream's the same way. A little bit stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, Scream is kind of the modern version of that where, okay, there's lots of shit going on here.
Yeah, but at least it does just have one storyline.
Yeah.
There's not 3 or 4. I guess the TV show, if you want to count that. I've never watched it, but I think that's a different world.
Yeah, it's completely its own thing.
But Nightmare on Elm Street just has the one, and then it has New Nightmare, which is kind of a separate thing.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like New Nightmare.
Arguably, it's connected though too, because the movies take place in that universe. So which is how Halloween 3 is though. So
Yes. Yeah, it's a fascinating concept there, and I mean, you could talk about these movies all day long and just figure out like which ones has the best. But Nightmare is pretty solid. There's some of the movies there that like I don't give a shit about watching necessarily. Like if I'm gonna watch them, I'm gonna watch, 1, 2, and 3 to me are super easy to watch as a trilogy.
let's have your Mount Rushmore of horror, because
Oof.
a lot of people, they're gonna say Jason, Freddy, Michael, right off the bat, and they just have trouble picking out the fourth person.
Okay. Yeah.
So first of all, I want to know who your answer to that is. Who would be the fourth person? And then I want to just hear yours in general.
My fourth person for horror?
Yeah, so you have Michael, Freddy, and Jason already up there. It's going to be Leatherface. Is it Chucky? Is it Hell Priest or Pinhead?
Chucky for me, but that's mostly nostalgia for me.
I think it's Chucky for me
Right.
too.
I mean,
But it could be Ghostface, but like Ghostface is always a different person, but still an iconic character.
yeah, but it's not the same. Like, I mean, obviously you got the same voice actor doing the voice work there, but for me, yeah, it's got to be the same killer, and the backstory to the killer kind of matters too.
Yeah.
And
See that Lions Lays Sleeping says Leprechaun, but see with Leprechaun, I see there's almost like there's like an A team and a B team,
yeah,
And if Chucky fills that last slot on the A team, then the B team's leader is like fucking probably Leatherface, Pinhead, or Hell Priest, whatever you want to call him.
mm-hmm.
Leprechaun, because Leprechaun's iconic. Although it went pretty direct to video and it's low budget, and like not a lot of those are even regarded as very good. It's just super iconic, and it's another one of those characters that is well known,
One, I think that's.
and I'm a big fan.
Oh, I love the Leprechaun movies. They're fucking fun. They're so much fun. But the thing is with Leprechaun is to me the closest parallels to Freddy, because it doesn't really fucking matter who they're terrorizing, but like the more the series goes on, the more absurd the shit gets. And by that I mean like they go from being like this scary character to this very sarcastic, fucked up character doing very deranged things.
Well,
And
yeah,
I'm here for it.
by the fourth one, he's going to space. He has a lightsaber, and the fifth one, he's smoking weed with iced tea, man. So
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on now. Like
I love those too. Those are like my favorites of the
those
series.
are some fun movies, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Well, 3, 4, and 5 are definitely my favorite Leprechaun movies, which is honestly, I'm sorry, it's crazy to say. I'm calling myself out because the first Leprechaun is like, iconic, and it's actually a horror movie. And the ones I'm talking about are fucking goofy as hell. But Leprechaun 3 even like holds up so well.
Mhm.
The Vegas one.
Oh yeah, that's a
Hell
fun
yeah,
one.
dude.
Well, and we also grew up with this era of Vegas movies, like right when you think about the movies
90s
that we
Vegas.
grew up with. 90s Vegas was peak Vegas. I mean, you had the Leprechaun in
We
Vegas.
got to do a show about that, like 90s Vegas movies.
I mean, then you go to Fear and Loathing. Hell yeah.
Fear and Loathing,
Uh,
Vegas Vacation,
Yeah, Vegas
Swingers.
Vacation, Swingers, and then you can even start breaching onto the first Ocean's 11 movie. Like, holy shit, there's some really fucking good Vegas movies.
I don't know who it was. I think it was Kevin Smith's podcast was talking about the Oceans movies, and I was like, yeah, I should go back and revisit those. I like those movies. I didn't ever
Yeah,
see
they're
the
fun.
like the little prequel they did. I think it was, or maybe it was just a sequel that was less Oceans 8 or whatever the one that they did.
Oh,
But
with the ladies, yeah, because it was in universe, but it was kind of its own thing.
Yeah. didn't watch
Critics
it,
critics panned it, so I mean that
but
didn't affect me
they are
seeing it.
supposed to
But
be making an Oceans 14,
mhm.
and they're supposed to be making a sequel, so it might be like Oceans 10. But I think Bradley Cooper's attached to the prequel, which is interesting. What's
Interesting.
that going to be, your George Clooney character? Like what? And then you have the original cast is supposed to return, so Clooney and Pitt and Matt Damon and all those people.
Yeah.
Although Bernie Mac is dead, and he might be the only
Yeah.
dead one, but just have to fucking replace his ass with somebody else.
Uh-huh. No, it's crazy that you got all these
I'm
like
talking to Vegas. This is such a weird conversation we got there.
I
from
know.
Leprechaun.
That's beautiful thing about it though. I mean, Leprechaun does that. Leprechaun movies are fun, but yeah, the Rushmore of horror movies, right? And
Your personal Rushmore too, like versus I gave you that lead in of just one.
Yeah.
But see, I've had Lions Lay Sleeping says, "What if Ash is the fourth on Mount Rushmore?" I've heard that debated too.
yeah, and see that's the fascinating thing because Ash is not the antagonist. He's the hero. So how does that work? Because he does all this crazy gory shit to people possessed by demons. So does he even qualify for that? Would be my question. Because yeah, I fucking love the Evil Dead series and the Ash versus Evil Dead movies. And then you see the Evil Dead remake, which is a very good film on its own, one of my favorite horror remakes ever. And then Evil Dead Rise, but those movies feel so drastically different without a sarcastic, smartass anti-hero.
Yeah, I do
And
love
so,
Rise though.
yeah, and so that's a very interesting spot for that franchise is because it's unique in the fact that your hero is an anti-hero, kind of an idiot. I mean, it's almost like the fucking R-rated version of Ernest Scared Stupid.
Mhm.
Really? I mean, you get a fucking moron that
Yeah.
is accidentally heroic. And obviously the more you go into the series, like the first Evil Dead, he's not so much of an idiot. Evil Dead 2, not so much, but Army of Darkness, and then by the time you get to Ash versus Evil Dead, yeah, they're really playing up on him being kind of a fucking idiot, which is
Yeah.
fun. So, I don't know.
So, give me your 4. Come on now.
Obviously, Freddy, you know, that terrified me so much as a kid. You know, I talk about it all the time, but that really, really fucked me up for a long time. I mean, I had Freddy nightmares, reoccurring Freddy nightmares in my 20s.
Yeah.
Same, like, not childhood nightmares, like, from, like, 3 years old till in my 20s. So, that was intense. So, Freddy's obviously the number 1 on the Rushmore there. Like I said, Chucky's on there for me personally. Halloween, yeah, I'd say Michael Myers has gotta be on there. And then
I'd rather put Tom Atkins' ass.
yeah,
Halloween
that's
3 on
fine.
there. Just like a nice sculpture of his ass.
Yeah. I wonder if they made his ass that nice on the action figure doll they made of him a couple of years ago. They had a soft goods one from NECA that hell they were doing like signed versions of from
Soft
him.
goods make me hard.
Especially when it's Tom Atkins, huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, I enjoy the Friday the 13th movies, but were those movies that I watched as much? I feel like growing up, Friday the 13th was the series I watched the least.
This is interesting because I think for me, I'd put Friday the 13th on there before I would Michael Myers.
See, I watched more Halloween movies growing up than I did Friday the 13th. So for me, like that sticks to me more. And then in the 90s, I absolutely fucking loved Scream. So I'd have to throw Ghostface on there for mine personally because that was right around the time where I was trying to get over the horror movie fear and fucking embrace that shit. And like that first Scream movie really fucking was like wild shit at the time. So yeah.
Yeah. And the last spot? Is it going to be the miner from My Bloody Valentine?
No.
Is it going to be the snowboarder from Shredder?
No.
Or the skier, I mean?
Charles Lee Ray, man. You know this. You know this.
Wait, you only gave me 3 then.
I gave you Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Ghostface, and Chucky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I agree with some of those. So Freddy is too obvious for me. Freddy's my favorite slasher. There is nobody else. I only have eyes for you, Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, though, in a close fucking second, is Chucky. Like,
Yeah.
as far as my preference of slasher franchises go, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. Number 2 is Child's Play. I will be loyal to that above Friday the 13th or Halloween any day. Both of those. 'Cause that's just my shit. Which is
Chucky's
funny because looking at them now as an adult, I realized both of those are the gayer franchises too. So that works for me. Ghostface definitely would be my number 3.
Okay.
In fact, I would argue that Scream and Child's Play could duke it out for the number 2 spot, but I'm just going to leave Scream in the 3rd spot just because Wes Craven, he's got number 1. He can chill in the number 2 spot. Chill the fuck out. And that number 3 spot's going to be hard. Because if we're going like really, really just like iconic, it has to be an iconic character. It's a repeat character. It can't just be a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
So Leatherface is an option, right? Leatherface is good.
Yeah.
The first Leatherface is really the only one that I think is like immaculate and iconic. Number 2 is fun. 3 and 4 are forgettable. 5, or I guess 5, by the time it's 5, it's the remake. The remake I like, but it's not like, oh my god. It's good though. So it's kind of like Leatherface is all over the place, and then there's some portrayals that are very shitty. So I don't know. Like, that doesn't really work for me because it's not consistent either. It's not the same person ever. Not that Jason was or Michael Myers was, but the character portrayals were a little more consistent, I think. You have Art the Clown. It's a little bit more modern. You could consider that.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, that's one that we haven't really touched on yet, but Art the Clown is really...
I know it's a lot of people who are like very much big Michael Myers and Jason fans, old people, are like, no, it hasn't reached cult status yet. And I'm like, that's the thing, is like, Art the Clown is as popular now as like Jason or Freddy was in the mid 80s. You know what I mean? Like, he's at his peak right now. So let him have his moment and enjoy it, man.
Yes, where he's at, he's peaked. And you got to consider that that's even harder in the age of streaming where you're competing for so much.
Yeah.
Like, had Art the Clown been a thing in fucking video stores, there would have been a whole fucking line of Art the Clown tapes, Terrifier stuff series. It would have been a whole thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the modern equivalent there. So,
then you have, Saw is a horror franchise that doesn't really, you could put the Saw Billy puppet up there, or Jigsaw, just fucking old man, but like, kind of is less of a slasher. The rules are different. It's a little bit different of a vibe.
Yeah, especially Saw, because for me, Saw is like, yeah, you get these two characters that are creepy. Obviously, the little, Jigsaw himself, and then the puppet. Like, those are iconic, but they don't kill anybody.
Yeah.
You're literally making you decide if you're going to die or you're going to fucking mutilate yourself and try to survive. And the choice is left up to the trapped. So, like, that drastically changes that. I think that disqualifies somebody from my Rushmore because of that. Just because it's like...
I have seen people recommend Hannibal Lecter, but again...
Ooh, yeah, but...
Silence of the Lambs is a fucking masterpiece. The other 2 movies I like them, but they aren't as good.
Yeah, Red Dragon. What was the third one called?
Well, now that you say that, I'm having a hard time thinking about it, but it's called...
Let's pull it up here. Red Dragon. Come on, what was the other one called?
Hannibal.
Just simply
Hannibal.
titled.
Duh. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. But both of those have like really good and weird, interesting moments.
Yeah. And Hannibal Rising, I guess, is another one there.
Yeah, that's a prequel. It doesn't have Anthony Hopkins, though.
I did see that one, though. It's intriguing. I don't recall it being like amazing, but it was it's worth at least a view, I would say.
Lions Lay Sleeping says the fourth is the shark from Jaws. Fight me.
I mean, Bruce the shark. Well, Bruce is the shark in the first one. Obviously, he's exploded.
see, I would
so.
I'd be more inclined to do like an animal one at that point, which we'll get to in a second. I'll talk about that in just one moment. But I gotta fill my spot out still, because I've got Freddy, Chucky, and Ghostface. Would it be Hell Priest, Hellraiser? Because I would fucking love the first like 2 at least Hellraiser movies, and I like the remake. And there's
Mhm.
a couple in there I still haven't seen, to be honest. Need to watch those.
It's very tough deciding this because
Yeah.
there's so many things you're individually going to go on.
I love. If I'm being real, it's probably just gonna be Leprechaun. Let's be honest. It's probably Leprechaun or
I mean-
Jason. Like we have to give it to one of them. And I like chatty people, and Jason never talks, so we're going. Leprechaun.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is like, I do like as people that can talk some shit when we need to. Like, I don't fucking do that like I used to in my youth, but like, I just appreciate someone that can fucking run their mouth. And Leprechaun's hilarious like that. Like, there's
Literally, I picked all 4 people that can run their mouths.
and what's better?
Ghostface, Chucky, Freddy, and Leprechaun.
What's better than being scared and then fucking laughing in the next moment? Like, you got to break that tension. Like the compression refraction of that. It's like the in and out breath, right? The scare, the laugh, the scare, the laugh. Like, I love that combination. It's so good.
So if we're doing killer animals, just off the top of my head, obviously the shark from Jaws.
Yeah.
But then I'm also gonna pick the anaconda from Anaconda.
Mm-hmm.
One of the is it a crocodile? No.
What, Lake Placid?
Probably gonna be that.
Yeah.
And then it'll probably be the graboid from Tremors.
Fucking Graboid's a good one.
Yeah,
And-
that's a sick pull.
Yeah. And it's crazy like how different that shit hits. Because our mom loved Tremors as well. She used to always watch that shit. I mean, she still watches that when it comes on. Love that. But yeah, I remember watching Tremors as a kid because she liked that movie so much.
Yeah.
Pandemonium asks our thoughts on Pinhead. Yeah, Pinhead has some real good stuff in there, man. Like, and those movies they're not straight up slashers, right? It's like people doing fucked up things and then getting tortured. They're almost like, I feel like the closest modern franchise that like took inspiration from that, but just went a different direction would have been the Saw series. Like, you're taking this stuff and like you're seeing some very like gory shit, but a lot of these
Mhm.
people did stupid shit to deserve it themselves.
The sexual
And-
element is missing from Saw, but that's fine because
Yeah.
that's one of the big pieces in Hellraiser, and I don't think you need to replicate everything in there. But that's one of the reasons why I like Hellraiser so much, though. So even now as we're talking about, it, I'm like, shit, should I put Pinhead on there instead?
Well, that's like I feel like the Hellraiser franchise is almost a little bit taboo, even still in the horror community, because of that sexualization that it includes.
Yeah.
Right? There's some stuff in there that really makes people uncomfortable. They may like love a ton of horror, but there's stuff in those movies that just makes people like uncomfortable. Like, I don't really give a shit about any of it, but it's pretty good stuff if you get down into it. And I haven't seen every single one of them.
What about your favorite final girls or boys? I don't care.
My favorite Final Girl.
Your 4 favorite.
Oh, fuck. Come on now.
Wait, you can't list 4 women in a movie in different horror movies?
No, but I just mean that's tough because you have so many horror movies.
See, to me, it's easy. Jamie Lee Curtis is out. I don't give a shit. Not a favorite.
She's not on yours.
Not even close.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not even thinking of any Friday the 13th characters I care that much about either.
Yeah, see, Friday the 13th doesn't have any characters, the final girls in there that like were noteworthy to me. Obviously, Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street
I was
is
about to say she is probably the number 1 spot.
she's my
or-
first pick, and then Sid from Scream.
Sid
is
would be
2.
even maybe number 1 because I think in a fight she would beat Nancy's ass.
Yeah.
Um,
Child's Play is interesting, like because there's just so many different people that have to overcome Chucky.
you get Andy in
Like,
the first 3, and then he returns in the series as well. But
yeah, but the
Um,
babysitter and Child's Play 2 like really resonated with me.
she returns
Just
in the
'cause-
series too. Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah.
I like her.
She was good in that, but she's there protecting Andy. So
Patricia Arquette from Dream Warriors is a decent choice for some people.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
want
that would
another
make
nightmare.
sense. Yeah,
Um,
if you're going that route.
Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega from the newer Screams. You have those. You have can't remember her name from the original Texas Chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
Fake fan.
I mean,
Mark Patton, Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
yeah,
He's up there for me.
yeah. No, there's. I feel like with the villains are easier because they have higher volume. Like with the survivors, a lot of these stories like
Oh,
pick
yeah,
and
I-
choose kind of who's coming through there. So
I can mostly only name actors from some of them. Like Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
I can't name half the. Like Friday the 13th Part 4 has Corey Feldman.
Mhm.
And Crispin Glover.
yeah,
Great characters.
mm-hmm.
Corey Feldman, you could argue, is a final character in that. His character lives
Yeah.
on. Tommy Jarvis, I guess. There you go. I know his name.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's then you could even go to like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like there's some iconic people that survived that. So it's just kind of one of those things, what do you pick?
Looking up some other people's picks here. So Ellen Ripley, there's a good one. Didn't even consider that. But that
Yeah,
is
because I
definitely
mean
a
if you're
slasher movie, basically.
Alien for sure. And Aliens is an action movie, but yeah, Ellen Ripley's I mean, what's more iconic than a woman and a cat surviving some bullshit in life? I mean,
Mhm.
really, right? That's pretty fucking up there.
You could also say Gail Weathers.
Yeah. And Dewey for that matter.
Maxine from X.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you could go all over with the Ash.
I mean, shit, yeah, Ash does survive all that stuff. So and his girlfriend doesn't. So that's the crazy thing about the Evil Dead is like they slash a lot of people and they leave that asshole going.
I would also say the girl from Terrifier 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Sienna, is that like the actor's name or the character's name? I can't even recall now. I feel like an idiot.
I'm not prepared to answer that question, honestly.
Well, I'm going to look it up so that I feel better. Okay, Lauren Lavera is the actor. Sienna Shaw is the character. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Lauren Lavera. I knew that. I just, forgot it. But yeah, we're in a new interesting phase of horror movies, too, now.
Mm-hmm.
Where 90s had their fantasy era of, Rumpelstiltskin, that Snow White movie. But now we're doing that again, but with the
all
Mickey
the
Mouse, Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan,
Yeah.
Bambi, The Final Reckoning.
public domain horror, man. Like that's going to be what the 2020s are known for, I'm going to say.
At least in one of the
One-
things that it's known for, yeah.
Yeah, one of the avenues, right? Maybe that's 25% of what this is known for, is this public domain movies, because a lot of those hit and then they're still going with those, right? I mean, they've done at least 2 of the Winnie the Pooh movies. I know we got Screamboat Willie coming out or whatever it is.
Well, I think that already came out, but there were 2 different Mickey Mouse ones.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Bambi. The Peter Pan one just came out.
Yeah.
I saw that one at Walmart recently. Actually, they have a 2-pack of the Winnie the Pooh ones on DVD for like $15. I've been debating
Okay.
picking up because I'm like, I've only seen the first one, but honestly, it was like a decent little watch. Like it wasn't it was sloppy, but it was what I expected and was like surprised. I liked it.
Yeah, I watched half of it and like I got fucking tired and like I never finished it. It was just one of those movies like had I not started it like so late when I was already kind of like halfway checked out for the day, it may have been fine. So I
Yeah.
probably have to give that a fair shake and try to watch it all start to finish.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a good time for horror movies, and there's so much right now, and it's crazy that October is almost over, and I haven't gotten to watch nearly as much shit as I wanted to.
Me neither.
It's crazy. I have been listening to a lot of audiobooks, and so that's been helping. I just finished Carrie, and I just started The Outsider, which actually had a really good series on HBO they did about it.
Jason Bateman produced it or stuff, something like that. He worked on it.
Yeah. Yep. And really like that TV series. So I'm listening to the
Jesus, he disappeared. You there?
Yeah, dropped out for a second.
Yeah, you disappeared on me.
I made my family disappear.
Tarman is the most unsung hero in horror history. And I was about to bring up Return of the Living Dead because that new movie was supposed to come out in December. I think they pushed it back till next December now.
Are you
'Cause I don't even
serious?
think I don't even think they started shooting it, to be honest. I think they shot like a trailer. I don't know for sure.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because they were recently like announcing casting for it and shit, and people were like, "What the fuck? What do you mean? It's supposed to come out in 2 months."
Huh. That's fascinating. Yeah, because Return of the Living Dead is so fucking good.
Yeah. Well, it's even more
I haven't
interesting when you know the history of that. How like the guy split off from George A. Romero. One
Mhm.
gets to use the Living Dead, and one gets to use the just of the Dead.
Yeah.
Like they both worked on Night of the Living Dead together, and then George A. Romero goes off and makes Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. He goes off and makes Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead. That franchise.
Return of the
carries
Living
on
Dead
because
Part
of
2.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he. I don't see. I've only seen really the first one. I think I've seen the second one maybe like once, but I can't even recall.
Yeah, I don't
anything
know.
about it, so I wouldn't say I actually have. So even
Yeah, that's
putting that into context, I need to watch that before I worry about a new one coming out anyway.
absolutely. But that first one is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But I am looking forward to the Silent Night, Deadly Night. I am going to be covering
Ooh, yeah.
all of those movies again this year. So there's 5 movies. Then there's a
Ron Howard's in the
remake.
Ron Howard's in the third one.
I don't remember. Is it Ron Howard or you mean what's his face, his brother?
Yeah, that's what I meant. What's his brother's name? Is that Cliff?
Cliff Howard.
Yeah, it's Clint. Sorry.
I was like, wait, Cliff sounds
I'm
like almost
so
right.
close. Yeah, it's like
I
almost.
was
Where
like,
it's like
am I having a stroke?
you can skip 3. No, if we're gonna watch all these Return of the Living Deads, we're gonna watch them all.
Well, let's think about like even the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies. Like, first one is a banger. The second one is hilarious, and then the rest are just like completely mixed feelings on. But like they're worth checking out again just to review. Get them out on my channel this year in anticipation of that new one.
Yeah. What else was pushed? I thought something else we were wanting to watch was Mortal Kombat was pushed.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be out this month, and then Return of the Living Dead pushed. So really, yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night's going to be.
But that's what's his face? Rory. Is his name Rory Campbell? Roran? Fucking what is with my brain tonight?
I don't know. I do not know.
Rohan Campbell, is that his name?
You tell me.
Campbell No, it is. It's Rohan Campbell, the guy who played what's his face in. For fuck's sake, Corey Cunningham in Halloween Ends.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he's playing Billy in Silent Night, Deadly Night. So that's gonna be sick. I'm looking forward to that. Reviews have been great for that movie, so You there?
Yeah,
You looked
that's-
frozen for a minute.
Oh
Dogma
no,
canceled. What does Dogma canceled mean? I know that 4K release of that's supposed to be this year. I mean, I know they've done screenings, but like there's supposed to be probably a few different physical media versions.
yeah.
Let's see. Who's
Huh.
putting that? Is it the Australian company that's putting that out? Yeah, Umbrella. Is Umbrella Australian? Fucking A, I don't know, man. Might be talking out of my ass. There's so many of these goddamn.
Fucking A. I just searched Dogman 4K. Not Dogma. Which my kids like Dogman, so especially my youngest, and we've watched that a lot because of that. So I'm just like, okay. The voice cast in that's pretty good, though, I gotta say.
So yeah, they do have a 4K of Dogma coming out.
Says December this year, but we'll see. By Lionsgate and Umbrella.
Okay. See, I'll probably go with the standard Lionsgate release on that because.
Oh, they stopped pre-orders. They got.
There's a new documentary that's going to be on the Lionsgate version. Apparently, that won't be on the Umbrella version for Dogma. That's what I just read. So that sold me.
Yeah.
Oh. So Dogma canceled. 4K pre-orders stopped. He said they had more rights issues. If you ordered, is that just Umbrella? Do you know?
I was just on Umbrella's Australian site, and they've got like shirts and candles and stuff, but they do not have the physical media on there. So I'm wondering who the hell was fighting for the rights on that now.
That's fucking crazy.
Interesting. Well, that's weak.
Wow.
Let's see. Yeah,
We're
we're
both
both
just,
here
like,
like
looking
trying
at
to
here.
researching the shit. Yeah, don't mind us. We're being assholes on a live stream. Experience delays due to the ongoing remastering process. While December 2025 release is anticipated for digital and physical versions from Lionsgate, some retailers have reported as backordered. So, all right. Well, that's interesting. So the general Google it makes it sound like they're still working on the remastering process of this. So we'll see. As long as it still comes, I'll be good. But I've got that on DVD, so if
I was about to
anything, I
say-
can still watch that.
I have the VHS and DVD, and I know that like people are like, "Oh, well, that's not even Blu-ray," but you know what?
I will tell you,
Still
I'd
got the
rather be able to
fucking movie.
watch it than notch it. Considering how tied up in limbo that movie's been for so long, I'm happy to have a copy of it.
Yeah.
So, all right, what else you got? I mean, we've been going for a while here, so
Yeah, we could probably call it quits. We're about an hour and a half here. Chatted about Halloween and a bunch of physical media. Yeah, check out my physical media videos. I've reviewed the 4K of Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, and what was the other one I did? Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I did Nightmare on Elm Street 4Ks. Got some fun stuff. I ranked the Nightmare on Elm Street movies that came out today.
Oh, nice. You got that released?
Yeah.
So allegedly, Scream 7 trailer is going to be dropping Thursday. So we'll probably chat about that next week then.
Yeah. I have mixed feelings, but I'm just gonna. I think I'm. The closer we get to it, the more I'm just probably just gonna be hyped for it, just because it's Scream.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to watch it. I mean, I'm not like Oh my god, I gotta watch it. But it's a Scream franchise. I've traditionally enjoyed them, so I'll definitely be seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Lion, thanks for chatting tonight.
Thanks, Pandemonium.
Yeah, it's always good to have people here hanging out, listening, and contributing to the show. We appreciate you. So
Yeah, we
we'll
love
see
to
you
have
back at it.
chat. It always makes it easier to push the show forward and keep talking. We like to engage with more people than just ourselves because, as you can see, we share a lot of the same opinions. We differ on about like 25% of shit, which isn't a lot.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of that's just fucking generational gap too,
Yeah.
because of our age difference. So,
Anyway,
yeah,
everybody
well,
have a good night. We'll be back
and have
at
a
it.
have a badass Halloween too. I hope
Yeah.
you enjoy it. Make it fucking epic.
I actually will be having to be at work, but we're doing a Halloween party, so I will be. Was originally going to dress as Dr. Frankenfurter, but not like in the full,
Oh, the
lingerie
full
outfit, but just
lingerie,
in
yeah.
like the surgeon outfit when he's doing the surgeon shit.
Oh, that'd be dope.
But I'm just going to do Eric Draven because I can just pretty much do black pants, some boots,
Yeah,
black shirt, throw some tape on, and
a little bit of white makeup on. Your hair's already long and black, so you're good there.
I
Yeah.
gotta re-dye my hair probably. I think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I did that makeup look before, and it's really easy, so I can just do that.
Yeah, and that's pretty recognizable. I don't know how many people watch the.
But thing is, a sports bar, people come in, they'll be old Gen X people.
Oh fuck
And
yeah, they'll
so
recognize
they'll know
you.
what's up. They'll be like, "Oh hell yeah, dude, fucking
Yeah.
Eric Draven, bro."
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you later.
We on the way out, we got a $4.99 super chat from Pandemonium. Thanks, fellas.
Hell yeah, thank you. We
No,
appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we'll see you back around here.
for sure. Until next time, happy Halloween, happy spooky season. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Happy Halloween.